Yo, what's good, man? How's your day? How's your life? How's the husband? How's the wife? I'm glad you doing all right. And for today, I'm going to be telling you why beginner artists should not use Pinterest. I just want to make a disclaimer. I'm not saying Pinterest is not helpful at all. I use Pinterest and lots of artists use Pinterest. However, as a new beginner artist, I'm not thinking you should use it. Keep in mind, these are just my opinions. Firstly, AI art. We all know what AI art is. It's pretty much taking over the art community as a whole. The reason why I bring this up is because Pinterest, at least in terms of art, is massively, and when I mean massively, I mean massively filled with AI art. On the screen is a picture that I've drawn. You can tell that I used an AI reference. The reference I used was done with AI, or it was like liquefied. With AI art on Pinterest, it's hard to tell what is real and what is not. So that's why I'm saying beginners should not use Pinterest, at least in like the very, very, very early stages of their careers, because there's so much AI art in it. Reason two, Pinterest is more picture focused than art focused. It's not like a DeviantArt or ArtDan or Instagram. On the Pinterest, with it being more of a picture focused app, you won't get lots of, at least good, I put quotes around good, art advice. Now, am I saying there's no really good art advice? No. I'm pretty sure Pinterest has lots of good art advice on there. However, as compared to, let's say, a Proco, Mark Brunette, Wing Canvas, Art Prof, It's AJ Art, Love to Draw Manga, Lavender Town, like those people who can teach you art from their experience, I would say they're way better to learn. This is the third reason, and it kind of blends into reason two, as in you're learning other people's styles instead of developing your own. And as like a newly beginner artist, you don't want to do that, at least early on in your career. Because let's say you get a art tip off Pinterest. You're learning how that person does how they do, instead of learning the fundamentals of art, especially like anatomy, color, lines, composition. How you're just learning how that person does it instead of developing your own way. Now, is it possible to get good art without learning the fundamentals and the basics? I don't know, and I'm not sure. Y'all need to let me know in the comments below if it is possible. However, on Pinterest, you're going to be learning lots of other people's styles. Now, is that really a bad thing? No, I personally don't think so, because that's what we all do as artists. We learn from others. But as like a new beginner, you're basically just taking what someone else sees, applying it to yours instead of learning the basics. You cannot do arts without knowing the basics. A lot of people will tell you that. Even the pros, immediates, even some like the pros, they'll tell you you have to learn the basics if you're going to do art. I know it sucks and I know it's boring, but that's just how it is. Now, am I saying Pinterest will never help you at all? No. Pinterest is really good. However, Pinterest is not an art app. Here's why I say that. In terms with the reason I just said earlier, you don't want to think of Pinterest as a app that can help you develop your art style. Think of Pinterest as a style app. Here is why I say that. Let's say you have a character. You don't know what to do with your character's bio. You don't know what clothing to put on your character. With Pinterest, those aspects can help you out a ton. There's lots, when I mean lots, I mean lots of really good clothing that they have. There's bios that you can use, I'm pretty sure. So use Pinterest to help you design your character. Don't use Pinterest, in my personal opinion, don't use it to help you design your art style. Use it to design your character's clothing. Use it to design your character's hair. It doesn't even have to go to that style. It doesn't even have to go to style internally. There's lots and lots of portraits that you can use if you want to go for a more realistic style. I know this is YouTuber who's really good. He started drawing like this year and he's really good. His name is Anime Charlie. I've seen that in his video with portraits, I saw he used Pinterest. However, he used them to help build his portrait drawing. And that's what I'm saying. Pinterest is good for some things, but in terms of building your style, I wouldn't recommend it. If you want to build your art style, then firstly you got to know the basics. That's you can't do anything without the basics. Whether it's building a car, riding a bike, uh, juicing something. I don't know. I'm just spinning nonsense. You can't do anything without the basics. So once you learn the basics, then that's when you can develop your own style. I highly recommend checking out Wing Canvas video on helping you make your own style. That video, I'm still working with my style. I will admit, my style is kind of there, but it's not where I want it to be. So I recommend checking out that video as well to help you build your style. But at the end of the day, it is your style. If Pinterest helps you out with developing your style, then use it 100, 1000%. If you're making good art and people are liking your art, do not be discouraged by what I'm saying. You continue doing you 100, 1000%. I will not discourage you from using something that will help you to your advantage. So if Pinterest helps you out with your art, go for it 1000%. And I hope that everyone watching this video continues doing art. And I hope that you someday make it to the top. I hope someday your art will be loved. You'll eventually get to art school if you want to. Hopefully, you do something great with your art because at the end of the day, we're all just one big art community.